Are you sure this is the one? The voice hissed, a curious blend of a purr and static. It doesn't look particularly brilliant. Trust me, Zarnak, replied a calm, almost bored voice. Human problem solvers are unlike anything in the galaxy. Just give them the challenge, and they'll figure it out. If this goes wrong, the Galactic Council will have my antennae, Zarnak muttered, narrowing their luminous, multifaceted eyes at the unassuming human sitting on the metallic chair in front of them. The human, an Earthling named Alex, leaned back, hands casually folded behind their head, and let out a soft chuckle. You've got a problem, Zarnak? Let's hear it. I didn't travel light years to sit around and play 20 questions. Zarnak's bioluminescent skin flickered through several colors, a sure sign of agitation. All right, human, let me paint you a picture. Imagine an entire planet suspended over a black hole. Its gravitational stability is maintained by an ancient device, a device that has just started to fail. If the device collapses, the planet, and everyone on it, will be pulled into oblivion. Sounds like a Monday, Alex quipped, cracking a smile. What's the catch? The catch, Zarnak said, their voice turning icy, is that the device was built over 10,000 cycles ago by a species long extinct. No one knows how it works. And it's booby-trapped. Ah, Alex said, rubbing their chin. So you called me because you think I can waltz in, figure out how to fix it, and avoid becoming space dust? Zarnak tilted their head, their antennae twitching in what might have been agreement. Humans have a reputation for their unconventional thinking. When all logical paths fail, Earthlings seem to thrive. Flattering, Alex replied. But let me guess. I'm not your first choice. Zarnak hesitated. There were others. None returned. Great, Alex muttered, clapping their hands together. Guess I'm the last hope for your doomed planet. All right, Zarnak. Let's go save some lives. The tale of Earthlings being hired as problem solvers by alien societies didn't start with Alex, though their story would become one of the most infamous in galactic history. It all began decades ago, when humanity first made contact with the galactic community. To the surprise of the aliens, humans weren't particularly strong, fast, or technologically advanced. Their ships were clunky, their weapons unimpressive, and their biology fragile. But what humans lacked in physical prowess, they more than made up for in sheer ingenuity. Time and again, they tackled problems other species deemed unsolvable, approaching challenges with a mix of stubbornness, creativity, and recklessness that baffled even the most advanced civilizations. Take, for instance, the Great Water Crisis of Xanathar 6. The Xanatharians, a crystalline species that thrived on liquid energy, faced an unprecedented drought. Their once plentiful water reservoirs had mysteriously evaporated, and no amount of advanced science could determine the cause. Desperate, they reached out to a group of humans. Enter Maria, a hydrologist from Earth. Armed with nothing but a backpack of tools and an insatiable curiosity, she discovered that the planet's moons had shifted ever so slightly, altering the tidal forces and causing the water to seep underground. Her solution? She designed a massive network of subterranean pumps to restore the flow. A solution so simple the Xanatharians were left speechless. How did you figure it out? One of them had asked, their crystalline body shimmering with awe. Maria had shrugged. When you grow up with plumbing problems, you learn a thing or two. Back in the present, Alex stood aboard Zarnak's ship, staring at the holographic projection of the doomed planet. It was a breathtaking sight, a sphere of swirling colors suspended precariously close to the black hole's event horizon. You weren't kidding about the stakes, Alex said, whistling softly. How much time do we have? 17 rotations, Zarnak replied. After that, the gravitational forces will exceed the device's capacity. All right, Alex said, cracking their knuckles. First step, take me to this ancient device. Let's see what we're working with. The device, as it turned out, was a marvel of alien engineering. Towering hundreds of feet tall, it resembled a labyrinth of glowing circuits and rotating mechanisms, all humming with an energy that felt alive. Surrounding it were the remains of the previous problem solvers, a sobering reminder of the stakes. Don't touch anything, Zarnak warned, their voice uncharacteristically soft. One wrong move and— Relax, Alex interrupted, pulling out a small notebook. I'm just here to observe. For now. For the next several rotations, Alex meticulously studied the ancient device. They sketched its components, ran calculations, and used every tool in their arsenal to understand its workings. Along the way, they encountered alien engineers who offered their insights and their doubts. One of them, a tall, insectoid being named Quarrel, clicked their mandibles in frustration. You're wasting time, human. The device is beyond comprehension. Maybe to you, Alex replied without looking up. But humans have a saying. The more impossible something looks, the more satisfying it is to figure out. And what if you fail? Quarrel pressed, their multifaceted eyes narrowing. Do you not fear death? Alex paused, then smiled. Of course I do. But fears never solved anything. As the deadline approached, Alex uncovered a critical detail. The device's power source was a rare mineral known as luminite, found only in the core of the doomed planet itself. To fix the device, Alex would need to retrieve a new supply of luminite, a task that required venturing into the planet's unstable core. You can't be serious, Zarnak said, their skin flashing a deep red. The core is a death trap. So is high school, Alex quipped, strapping on a suit designed for extreme environments. Besides, this is what you hired me for, isn't it? The descent into the planet's core was a harrowing journey filled with danger and awe-inspiring sights. Rivers of molten energy, fields of crystalline formations, and pockets of gravity flux made every step a challenge. Along the way, Alex encountered native creatures, some hostile, others curious, and used their wit and resourcefulness to navigate the treacherous terrain. At last, they reached the luminite deposit. Extracting it was no small feat, but Alex's determination never wavered. With the mineral in hand, they began the arduous journey back to the surface, all while the planet's instability grew more pronounced. The final act of the tale saw Alex racing against time to repair the device, using the luminite to restore its power and stabilize the planet. The process was fraught with tension, as every adjustment brought new challenges and unexpected complications. But with Zarnak's support and the combined efforts of the alien engineers, Alex succeeded in activating the device moments before the planet's collapse. As the device roared to life, emitting a brilliant light that enveloped the planet, the black hole's pull weakened and stability was restored. The inhabitants of the planet erupted in cheers, their gratitude overwhelming. You did it, Zarnak said, their voice filled with wonder. I don't know how, but you did it. Alex grinned, wiping sweat from their brow. Told you humans were good at solving problems. Now, how about a ride home? But the adventure didn't end there. Word of Alex's success spread quickly through the galactic community, cementing humanity's reputation as unparalleled problem solvers. Requests flooded in from every corner of the galaxy, each one stranger and more challenging than the last. One such request came from the luminescent people of Vraxis Delta, whose star was undergoing an accelerated collapse. Alex found themselves tasked with designing a planetary evacuation system, a feat that required inventing entirely new propulsion technologies to move billions of beings across light years. Another mission led Alex to the submerged world of Ocean Prime, where an ancient, sentient ocean had begun to freeze over, threatening its delicate ecosystem. With the help of marine biologists and a few unconventional ideas, Alex created a network of thermal regulators powered by the ocean's currents, saving the living sea. Each mission brought new challenges, new allies, and new opportunities to showcase humanity's unique talents. The galaxy began to see humans not just as problem solvers, but as indispensable partners in navigating the universe's complexities. Through it all, Alex never lost their sense of humor or their drive to push boundaries. They became a symbol of hope, proving that even the most daunting problems could be solved with determination, creativity, and a little bit of Earthling audacity. As the years passed, Alex's name became a legend across the galaxy. Stories of their daring exploits, quick thinking, and uncanny ability to solve problems spread from one star system to the next. From the icy worlds of Glacium 9 to the sweltering heat of Farinox 3, Every species in the galactic community learned that when there was a seemingly insurmountable crisis, they didn't need to look far. They just had to find a human. But not all was well in the far reaches of space. There were whispers in the shadows of the galactic underworld, murmurs of a force more powerful than any problem Alex had encountered before. A force not bound by the laws of physics or logic, something that threatened to upend the very balance of the cosmos itself. It began with a strange transmission intercepted by the Galactic Council, a cryptic message composed of warped frequencies and bizarre imagery, pointing to an anomaly in the farthest corner of the known universe, beyond even the furthest star systems. The message was fragmented, but one thing was clear. A catastrophe was brewing, and only Alex could prevent it. "Alex," Zarnak said, their voice grim, "there's something darker on the horizon. We need you again." Alex, ever the skeptic but always up for a challenge, looked out over the stars, the familiar hum of Zarnak's ship a comforting presence as they prepared for yet another journey. "If this is anything like the last one, I'll be able to fix it before breakfast." Zarnak's antennae drooped. "This isn't a problem you can outthink, Alex. The situation is unknown. There are no solutions. And the forces at play are unlike anything we've seen." "Sounds ominous," Alex said, raising an eyebrow. "But that's never stopped me before. Where are we headed?" "To a place called the Eclipsed Nebula, a swirling cosmic anomaly where the normal laws of space and time seem to warp and bend. Once, it had been a thriving system of peaceful planets and civilizations. Now, it was nothing more than a darkened wasteland, its stars flickering in and out of existence, the fabric of reality itself being consumed by an unknown force." As Alex and Zarnak approached the nebula, the ship's sensors began to malfunction. Time seemed to distort around them. One moment, they were speeding through the void, and the next, they found themselves inexplicably stuck in a loop, reliving the same 5 seconds over and over again. "We're being pulled in," Zarnak hissed, frantic. "This anomaly isn't just a physical presence. It's an entity, one we cannot comprehend." Alex smirked. "A sentient black hole? Cool. Let's meet it." With great difficulty, they managed to escape the loop, only to find themselves facing a vast, pulsating mass of energy at the center of the nebula. The anomaly wasn't just a phenomenon. It was alive, sentient, and it was feeding on the very essence of the universe itself, unraveling the fabric of existence. "We've never faced anything like this before," Zarnak said, voice shaking. "It is consuming everything: time, space, memories. Planets are vanishing, people are disappearing, civilizations are being erased. All of it gone." Alex took a deep breath and stepped forward, looking at the strange, swirling entity that loomed before them. The fabric of reality around it seemed to stretch and fold, as if the universe itself was holding its breath. "Well," Alex said, their voice steady, "looks like we're going to have to figure out a way to outsmart it then." Zarnak tilted their head in confusion. "How? You cannot reason with something that exists outside of the known universe." Alex's eyes gleamed with determination. "Then we'll do what humans do best. We'll make it relevant. We'll force it to play by our rules. I'll bet it's never had a problem-solving human to deal with." The entity responded to Alex's presence, sending out pulses of disorienting energy. The galaxy itself seemed to shudder. But instead of panicking, Alex took a breath and pulled out a piece of scrap metal from the ship's storage bay. With a few swift movements, they fashioned a device, a kind of quantum disruptor, designed to destabilize the energy field surrounding the entity. "What are you doing?" Zarnak asked, wide-eyed. "Making sure it knows I'm not just some helpless human," Alex replied, plugging the device into the ship's control panel. "I'm going to challenge it. Let's see if it's as good at solving problems as I am." The device hummed to life, sending out a signal of its own that vibrated through the nebula. For a moment, the entity seemed to recoil, as if confused by the sudden interruption of its consuming process. It retaliated, bending the very fabric of space around them, but Alex was ready. Using the ship systems, they began a rapid sequence of calculations, adapting the disruptor signal with each wave of energy that the entity released. Alex was playing a dangerous game. Every second the entity grew more powerful, more dangerous, but they were determined. As the anomaly attempted to erase them from existence, Alex used the disruptor to send out an inverse signal, drawing on the unstable quantum forces within the nebula to destabilize its core. Time slowed, then sped up. The ship rocked violently as Alex's device began to work. Reality itself seemed to fracture, and for a brief, horrifying moment, Alex thought they might be lost in the void forever. But then, with a brilliant flash of light, the anomaly shrieked in defeat, its energy field collapsing in on itself. The stars within the nebula began to stabilize, the once twisting strands of existence slowly reweaving into their proper places. The ship lurched back to normal space, the stars twinkling as if nothing had ever happened. Zarnak let out a relieved sigh, their bioluminescence flickering back to a peaceful blue. "I can't believe it. You actually did it." Alex wiped their brow, laughing. "You know, Zarnak, I'm starting to think I'm getting too good at this." The galaxy had never seen anything like Alex's feat. The eclipsed nebula, once a cosmic scar, became a place of hope, an eternal reminder that even the most incomprehensible forces could be tamed by human ingenuity.